I'm so bad at this. Dear Jazz, hello. Welcome back. We are on the 5th of February 2021. Now, I just thought I'd put the 2021 in there because I don't think I've uploaded since 2020 September, maybe. I'm just so sorry. Like, I have literally been useless at YouTube and kind of videoing and things like that. Um, so apologies. I'm gonna try and get better at it, but we're still in a pandemic. There really isn't that much to kind of say, and every time there is something to say, I then just don't upload it. So I did film in January and I kind of updated you on how Christmas was and how my New Year's was, and I just didn't upload it, so you still don't know. So I'm going to scrap that one. I'm going to quickly do an overview in here because, let's face it, who wants to talk about Christmas anymore? And yes, I will do my best to upload this one, hopefully today, but hopefully by the end of the week. We will see. So I hope you and Sam are well. I don't feel like I've spoken to you since Christmas or New Year's, so I need to check in real life. Hope you're okay. Yeah, we're in February. We're still in lockdown. We are kind of in the national one, so everything is shut unless it's classed as essential. Work, we're allowed to go in. We are operating as takeaway only, so the majority of the team are furloughed. But those that are going in, which is just the managers, are kind of rotating shifts to do takeaway. That way we're kind of getting 100% pay. And then because we're not doing our normal hours, we're also getting the furlough scheme money top up, which is nice because it means, we're not short on money. We're still getting what we should. It's the new normal now. Like, I've strangely become used to not having customers, used to not like finishing really late. The only negative thing I would say is that it's very repetitive because the same thing happens every day. But like, you don't feel as tired. So I don't particularly have to go in today till 5 tonight. But I'm going in slightly earlier just because I think the more time I spend away from home, the more tired I get. So then I have a better night's sleep. So it's kind of messed up that bit mentally, but everything else is fine. It's still, grateful to have a job. We're touch wood, we're the busiest kind of branch in our company. So in terms of keeping our jobs, again, I'd like to think we're more stable than some of the other branches, which again is, great for us, not so good for them. But at the moment, nothing is changing for anybody. So it's all good. Christmas, my birthday, 2020. It was good, what I can remember of it. I mean, obviously, we couldn't do what we wanted to do for my birthday. So what did we do instead? On the sly, Hayley came round during the daytime, because she'd booked the day off work anyway. We were originally going to go shopping, which got closed. We were originally going to go for a meal, which got closed. So instead, she's kind of spent the daytime here, and we were just the four of us. And then in the evening, John came home from work and we had a takeaway, which was really nice. So we tried to adapt as best as we could to the situation. Then Christmas Day was just me, Dad, Mum, and Nan, which it is every year, to be honest. Like, that wouldn't have changed this year. We are her support bubble, so by the rules it was allowed as well. But I mean, with or without the rules, we'd have probably still had her because we wouldn't leave her on her own. So yeah, that was nice. I had Boxing Day off as well from work, so I kind of got a double whammy 2-day weekend off, which was really nice. And again, Boxing Day was just the four of us as well. Then I was kind of in and out dribbling for takeaway shifts up until New Year. Then New Year's Eve, I finished early. Well, not early, but like, because it's takeaway, we don't have to stay till like stupid o'clock anymore. So I kind of got out at a decent time, came back here, and breaking the rules maybe, Hayley and John were here, They slept over that night, and we spent New Year's Day together with Nan as well. So it was really, really nice. Now, I know we weren't meant to break the rules, but at the same time, we weren't risking anybody else. Like, I mean, Hayley and John are working from home, so they don't travel, they don't go anywhere. Most they do is go to the supermarket. Nan doesn't go anywhere, anytime, any day. Mum and Dad doesn't go anywhere, anytime or day. So the person who was kind of putting everybody else in danger was myself, because I'm still going to work, I'm still seeing people, I'm still sometimes getting the bus. But we were all confident enough to risk it. And I know we shouldn't risk it, and I know that's really stupid, but we wanted to, and we really do believe in the whole kind of, you know, if we died tomorrow and we didn't celebrate Christmas Day, those that are living would be devastated because they didn't celebrate Christmas Day with the person who's now dead, and will never be able to celebrate Christmas Day again. So we kind of looked from it from that perspective. We didn't tell anybody. We didn't kind of, you know, make a big deal or drama out of it saying, oh, look at us guys, we're breaking the rules. No, we didn't do any of that. We kept it really kind of hush-hush, because we don't want to rub it in people's faces if they, A, following the rules, B, if they can't break the rules even if they want to. Like, so we just kept it between us. It was really nice. It was really small. And, you know, it was just nice to have some normality, because if we couldn't have had that at the end of the year either, I think we'd have all probably just gone, what's the point? But yes, so that was a nice way to end the crappy New Year, or the crappy last year. Now we're in the new year. It's still kind of crappy, but we're hoping it's going to get better. There are all these kind of dates flying around about how things can start opening in March, how things might open in April, how restaurants might open in May, which, dear God help me, that's still like 3 months away. So it's just kind of a watch this space, really. I'm kind of adjusting to this as the new normal. Like I say, at the moment it's not bothering me so much. I think once furlough ends, I'll start getting a little bit more worried about, will there be 100% work for me afterwards. But for now, I'm just taking it in my stride, or trying to. I saw Becca, Sophie, and their respective partners on a Zoom call last weekend. Literally have not seen them in person for a year. So when we met on screen, it was like, well, no one's really got anything to say, because that whole year that we didn't see each other, no one could do anything. So it was nice to see them, but it was a bit awkward. I don't think we'll be doing it anytime soon, which, you know, isn't necessarily a bad thing, because, you know, there's only so much stuff you can say during lockdown. So they're okay. Gemma has kind of gone through a bit of a stage. I think work's getting to her a bit. But again, she chose nursing. I'm not saying, you know, expect pandemics and expect the worst situation. But again, you've got to think, okay, the plague happened. How are we meant to deal with the plague? And, you know, what if there's another world war? That type of thing. Whereas she thinks it's just kind of cuddling old people. But she's adamant she doesn't want to change the job, in which case she needs to learn to deal with the job. We had a funeral. So my mum's dad's brother, so my mum's uncle, passed away on the 10th of January, I think it was. I'm really bad, I can't remember the date. But it was his funeral service on the 1st, and it was really, really bizarre. So mum actually got to go in person with dad, but they were only allowing certain numbers, obviously, so the rest of us had to watch it on like a Zoom call. And again, that was just really bizarre. I did it because I wanted to pay respects, but it was very strange to think that that's how like everybody's funeral's been over the last year. Probably will be for a little bit longer. We're hoping when it's summertime we can kind of get the whole family together and do like a proper wake / memorial thing for him. And even though I was watching it on the screen, it was still just really upsetting to see. So yeah, that happened, and that wasn't great. John's side of his family have also kind of got it, but they're getting better. So one was off work for ages, has still got a little bit of a cough, and then the other has been on an actual ventilator in hospital, which didn't sound great, but touch wood again, seems to be on the road to recovery. So it's just scary how many people now I know have had it, or I know people who's got it. Whereas before it was just kind of figures on the TV, it kind of hits home when it's people closer to you. But at the same time, it's nice to know that there are people now I know who have had the vaccine. So like my nan's had it, her kind of generation in the family have had it. Dad will hopefully have it by the end of February, I think, and then mum hopefully by the end of March. So I will feel a lot safer and happier when both of them have had their jabs. I know there's all this kind of talk about whether is the jab strong enough? Is it gonna counteract all these new variants? Nobody really knows. But do you know what? It's better than having no protection. So they're definitely gonna go for it if and when they get it. Me, I don't know when I'll get it. I think it might be like July, maybe. Again, who knows? Maybe once the restaurant reopens for dine-ins, maybe staff will be allowed to have it. I'm not sure. So yeah, so that's kind of the life update for the last 2 months-ish. In terms of going forward, I'm really waiting for spring to happen. As you can see, it is kind of sun shining at the moment. It's absolutely horrible yesterday, so I'm hoping this is like the first sign of spring and that summer is coming. I think lockdown will be a lot easier again when it's the summer, because you can go out and you can sit outside. So much harder to do in the winter, so much harder. I'm attempting a weight loss diet program. I put on so much weight over Christmas and just in lockdown in general that it got to the point where I was just like, oh my god, I feel disgusting. So now I'm really trying to be strict with myself, because if I'm planning to do Florida, which I am still, but I don't think it's going to be this year anymore. I think it's going to be 2022, just to give America a little bit more time to kind of get themselves back to normal. I really want to be a lot slimmer than I am for Florida heat. So that is my kind of motivation at the moment. I'm spending a lot. I am fully trying to complete my pop collection and just get that as up to date as humanly possible. And only once that's happened, I will start considering like saving for a house, because all the while there's all these pops that I want to get, I'm just buying them and I'm not saving for a house. Whereas once the pops are bought, I refuse to buy any further collections or anything like that. So I then need to start house focusing. So, you know, it's kind of catch-22 at the moment, because once the pops are done, there'll be the holiday and then there'll be the house, and yeah, who knows. Yeah, that's it. I really don't have anything else to say. I was going to try and start a Disney YouTube. I created an actual channel account. I was working on some artwork for it, and I've filmed one video, but again, I've not posted it. I've not done a channel trailer. I just really need to try and get in the mindset of, right, okay, on this day I'm going to film, on this day I'm going to upload. I need to start that, I think, and I want to do it. I really do want to do it. Like, I love my Disney Instagram account. Like, it's literally like my own hobby at the moment. So if I can do it, I'll be really proud of myself for at least giving it a go, even if it doesn't like take off and be successful. Not expecting any income from it, but it'd just be nice to do something that I really enjoy watching people do it. So I want to try doing it myself and see if I enjoy doing it, and if anybody watches it at the same time. I was going to say one more thing. The other hobby. So I thought I would take a crack at writing a book. Now, I am not the best kind of literature student, like, that's my sister. But I just kind of thought, given my situation and my life that is happening right now, I thought maybe I could turn it into a kind of a rom-com novel and see what happens. So I've started in Word, like with paragraphs and things, kind of taking from my diary but tweaking it to make it sound more story-like than actual. But I need to do so much more work on it before it even vaguely looks like a story. So that is going to be my goal for the next couple of weeks as well. Again, it just gives me something to do when I'm at work. I'm not constantly staring, watching a movie. I'll just be staring at a screen writing instead, but it gets the brain going a bit more than just watching a movie. So yes, there is some things to do, some things to look forward to. The holiday is booked for June again this year, but who knows if we're going to be able to go. I really don't think we will, but you know, I'm not getting my hopes up about it, but it would be nice to go because didn't have one last year and I am lacking some serious vitamin D here. If we can't, I will just have to take up a sun deck in the garden. Yeah. So I'm going to leave you here because Mum and Dad should be back soon. I promise I will get this uploaded before Monday. I don't know what day Monday is. The 8th? Yes, it's the 8th. I will try and get it uploaded before then. I can't guarantee when I will next post because I don't have anything to say. I will leave my Disney account down below so you can have a look and see if I'm ever active on that and whether or not I've reached one of my goals. And I will text you personally to have a proper conversation soon. Bye bye.